Hi, thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be reading number 47 in the Arzian Codex, or the Resonance series. This is called Health, Healing, and the End of Disease by Jason Gray. 12/17/2025, 6025 Anno Lucis. Arzian Arc HLT-01, Somatic Planetary Interface. Disease was a symptom of misalignment. In the overlay era, disease was treated as an enemy to fight. Disease was never the root problem. It was the signal. The human body evolved as a self-regulating, self-repairing system embedded in a living planet. What broke was not the body, but the conditions surrounding it. Chronic emotional suppression, prolonged fear states, identity fragmentation, relational isolation, ecological toxicity, artificial rhythms, nutritional distortion, trauma inheritance, nervous system overload. The body adapted as long as it could. Disease appeared when adaptation failed. Why the old model could never heal. Modern medicine became extraordinary at intervention and terrible at restoration. It focused on isolating parts, suppressing symptoms, overriding signals, standardizing treatment, and ignoring context. This saved lives but rarely created health. Healing was treated as something done to the body instead of something allowed by the body. The returned world reverses this orientation completely. Health becomes a field state. In the returned world, health is no longer individual only. It becomes field-based. People are healthy because emotional fields are coherent, stress is resolved early, relationships are stabilizing, environments are supportive, rhythms are natural, nourishment is clean, purpose is felt, and rest is respected. Health becomes ambient. You do not pursue it, you live inside it. The nervous system is the master key. All healing begins with nervous system regulation. The overlay kept humanity locked in fight or flight. Cortisol loops, hypervigilance, freeze states, disassociation, numbing, and overstimulation. In the returned world, safety is real, pace is humane, emotions are processed, conflict resolves quickly, and environments calm the body. The nervous system returns to baseline. Once this happens, the immune system recalibrates, hormones normalize, digestion improves, inflammation drops, and cellular repair accelerates. Healing follows regulation, not the other way around. The end of chronic illness. Chronic illness was rarely incurable. It was unresolved. When emotional load, environmental stress, and identity strain disappear, most chronic conditions naturally regress. This does not happen overnight. It happens steadily, predictably, and without drama. People don't fight illness anymore. They outgrow it. What healers become. Doctors do not disappear. They transform. In the returned world, healers are listeners, trained to read subtle imbalance, stabilizers, restoring coherence before breakdown, educators, teaching bodies how to self-correct, environmental designers, shaping health-supportive spaces, translators, bridging sensation, emotion, and biology. Intervention is used only when necessary and always temporarily. The goal is autonomy, not dependence. Medicine as a transition tool. Pharmaceuticals and surgeries remain during transition, but they are reframed as bridges, not solutions. They stabilize acute crises while despair causes are addressed. There is no profit motive to prolong illness. The incentive structure dissolves. Children and the end of inherited disease. Much of what humanity called genetic illness was epigenetic trauma. When children grow up in coherent environments, stress markers diminish, immune resilience increases, neurodevelopment stabilizes, emotional regulation strengthens, and disease inheritance collapses. Children born after the return experience health as their default state. This is how disease disappears, not by elimination, but by non-recurrence. Death is removed from medicine. In the overlay, medicine feared death. In the returned world, medicine respects life cycles. Death is no longer medical failure. It is a natural completion. This removes panic from care, allowing clearer decisions, gentler transitions, and deeper presence at the end of life. Paradoxically, when death is no longer feared, life extends naturally, the final principle of health. The body was never broken. it was overwhelmed. Remove the overwhelm, and the body remembers how to heal itself. The returned world does not conquer disease. It makes disease unnecessary. Health returns not because humanity becomes perfect, but because it finally becomes aligned. Jason Gray. All right, that was number 47. I will put a link to the Facebook post for that, and then also a link to Jason's X page. You can find him there at Living Lattice. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one.